Hi everyone. This is going to be for the fire signs. Now, before I came on here, I did really want to do water signs for some reason, but I want to stick with fire signs because that was my plan. Um, so, first of all, I just want to talk about something really quick because I was reading about body graphs. Like, I don't know if that's what they're called, like my body graphs or like, whatever it is, like where it says if you're like a projector, a generator, a manifestor, whatever. That is absolutely fascinating. And I feel like I need to mention it because the information that I read about my own, like, archetype, like, completely blew my mind with like accuracy. So it's like a body graph. Like, I don't know what that is, but I'm trying to learn more about it, but it's absolutely fascinating. It just blows my mind because I'm like, wow, the accuracy in this, and I feel like I don't know, it's just worth looking into if it's what you like. So, all right, moving on to the fire signs. Oops. Fire signs. All right, I'm gonna start with Leo. I really need to dust. Like, honestly, like I really need to dust. Maybe like I don't know, maybe you guys have been really busy with work. Like, you just need to spend some time and clean. Because I'm being like really pulled to that right now, and I hate when I pick up on little shit like that because it just like drives me up a wall. But yeah, I really need to dust, like, for sure. Don't judge me. I'm here for you. So, religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path, Leo. So, there's obviously some type of connection to something very deeply profound that you feel called into, like, towards. Like, you feel called towards something. I'm also getting a sense here that somebody's being guided in a direction by like ancestors, spirit, source, whomever you source with or from. So, playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. You're being guided to step into an energy, Leo. Like, you're being guided to like step into like a more open energy of your life. Forgiving and learning. So again, that kind of makes sense with that energy of like needing to like step into something because you need to let something go. So you have a strong connection to somebody. Very strong past life relationship and chemistry back to back. So there's a very, very, very strong connection between you and another person, but it hasn't quite come out yet. It's at the bottom of the deck. So it's an energy that is new love at the top of the deck and free yourself. Yeah. Something you need to let something go because there's something coming in for you here. Like, you have a very strong connection with somebody. Like, you feel very pulled, you feel very like guided in the sense of like this feels right. But there also might be like major differences between you and this person. Like, there could be like an age gap, within appropriation, appropriate things here. So there could be a little bit of an age gap. There could be differences in beliefs. There could be differences like of just personality types. Like, I'm seeing two polar opposites on the wheel. So, for example, like again, Leo could be dealing with Aquarius. See what I'm saying? Complete opposite. Um, there's a sense of like wanting to recapture some type of an energy, but needing to like forgive and learn and release, whether it's connected to the past, whether it's connected to something that went down between you and another person currently. It's going to help you experience more love in the present moment because I feel like there's a connection here where one person is like very much well detached or like kind of detached in a sense with like their approach because they're still like going through some type of a healing process, or they're still going through some type of a release with something in the past. And so there's a lesson that's being learned here about attracting romantic love in the current moment, embracing where you are in the current moment. I just said that kind of weird. Embracing where you are in the current moment, and allowing an energy to kind of shine through without this like heaviness, because you want to communicate something here because something has your eye, but you need to free yourself from something in the past. You have a very, very, very strong connection to somebody. Like past life relationship chemistry, like that says it all. But I feel like there's an influence of other people here. Like, I don't know if people are telling you things, or if like friends are talking to you, whatever it is, you have a very strong connection here, and you have reconciliation too, like on the bottom of the deck. So if you've been in a separation or like a distance, like this is somebody coming back around, and it's like, keep an open mind, stay positive about a situation. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. Expectations is kind of what I want to emphasize with that, because it's like, keep an open mind. You might not fully understand a situation, or something might not be 100% clear right now. So it's kind of like, have an open mind when something comes back around, to see the bigger picture, to see the broader spectrum of something going on. You have a strong bond with somebody, a very, very strong connection. You guys are like all over each other when you guys are together. But this is somebody who's like, the masculine energy that I'm going to say it's masculine, definitely has maybe a tendency to be a little bit detached. Maybe has a tendency to kind of be aloof. So there's a lesson here in learning. It's like this person sees you like embracing the moment and being just like content with where you are, but they're still kind of like in this energy of like, okay, why am I carrying this shit around? Like, they're watching you be like content and enjoy the moment. It's kind of like a lesson to them. So I hope that makes sense. So, all right, I'm going to move forward, pull some cards. It's for Leo. Oops. Okay, so there's been some time invested in a situation. Somebody's waiting patiently. They see a future. Somebody sees the light at the end of the tunnel. The Six of Swords is positive here with the Seven of Pentacles. This is positive. This is like waiting patiently, putting time in, seeing the potential of something, but it's slow. You know, like this is taking time. This is something that somebody's like cultivating. And then it's like turning around and choosing to get on the boat here. Yeah, Three of Cups here over top of playfulness. I feel like this is reconciliation, especially with reconciliation being out with the romance angels here. Oh, sorry, I have it like right in front of the camera. My bad. So with the romance angels here, I feel like since reconciliation came out, I feel like this is more like celebration of playfulness, like recapturing that energy, wanting to like hang out, maybe want to go out and get some food. Yeah, somebody's been back and forth with this. There's definitely a lesson here with the Five of Wands, the Hierophant, and the Ace of Wands. Somebody wants to like fight for something, or they feel like very conflicted about their approach, because this is like something very traditional, but also something like very passionate, because it's like the Ace of Wands. You know what I'm saying? It's very phallic. I think it's the word that I'm looking for. So again, with this person like just kind of looking at this other person, I do get a sense that this person might be like, okay, like I got to make a decision here, because I want to take action. This is something I'm passionate about. This is a new spark. Could be other people. Might feel like competition. Dealing with a competitive person, Six of Pentacles, giving to other people, because this person's giving to multiple people in this card. So let me like see the whole picture here. This could also be somebody wanting to balance something out and give equal give and take. Because I don't always see this card as being like giving to multiple people at a time, but sometimes I do really see it as going from the Seven of Pentacles to the Six of Pentacles. It's like giving to other people, giving to people, seeing potential in a situation. Investing your time. Again, you could be moving towards something here. There's something here. I don't know what this is. Somebody's stressed out about something. I don't know if somebody was just like playing hard to get and they kind of just played themselves in the process. Because there's an energy that's like not participating. And I've been picking up on that like all day. Like a non-participating energy. Somebody with the Nine of Cups could have been overindulging a little bit with the Five of Wands and the Three of Cups. It's like, seeing a lot of people or, interacting with a lot of people. Could be dating, could be, hanging out with friends, whatever it might be. But there's also very like argumentative energy here. So I don't know if you were just dealing with somebody who was just trying to like, I don't know, like this person is just kind of like, I don't want to say reckless, but like in a way just kind of like living it up. Like, but see, then I kind of go back to this like Seven of Pence and I'm a little bit thrown off. I don't know if you're dealing with somebody who just like when they go, they go. Like they like strong Leo here. But see, the Six of Pence and the Seven of Pence kind of makes me think otherwise. Like this could have just been like somebody stuck in their ego and it stressed them out, like conflicted. Having a lot of confidence in a situation where there could have been competition. Dealing with like a little bit of an arrogant energy. Somebody who definitely held back. The Hangman, seeing something from a new perspective. I'm not getting any clarifying cards here. Like I don't have a king, I don't have a queen, I don't have a knight, I don't have a page. I have the Ace of Wands, I have the Hierophant. So I guess interpret that as you feel. But I don't have any like distinctive energy to kind of give you. It's just kind of like there's an energy here that either could be waiting to make an investment and move forward with somebody because they see the light, they want to reconcile. They might be a little bit conflicted. They might be a little bit worried with how somebody might perceive them. I know that this isn't judgment, but I almost just thought this was judgment, even though it's the Hierophant. So somebody needs like strength in a situation here. Somebody's like taming someone. I don't know what that's about. But there's a ton of wands here with the Hierophant. Like somebody is very stressed out over something. But I feel like this is connected to some type of a spiritual lesson or some type of like, this is stress. Because they're holding back. They see something differently. They feel like they missed out on an opportunity with Temperance here and the Five of Cups. Not seeing what was behind them, not seeing, crying over the Three of Cups here that spilled. I don't know, Leo, this is a little bit confusing. Could have a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius kind of keeping an eye on somebody from a distance. They feel ignored. Somebody could be working. But then you have the King of Pence here with the Emperor. So this Queen of Pence could feel like they're being ignored because this King of Pence is taking action and going after some type of work opportunity. So it's like this Queen of Pence feels ignored, or they feel like a little bit at a distance. But again, this is another court couple type of situation because, again, we had the King and the Queen of Cups, I think, earlier. And now we have the King and Queen of Pence. So this Queen of Pence can be a little bit younger air, earth energy. Could have an older earth fire sign who's working, focused on work. Is healing from a past situation. They feel left out in the cold from something. But they need to make a decision on something. They need to go inwards and they need to like really soul search. But I feel like this is somebody coming out of this energy. This Three of Swords is a little bit, I don't know, with the Emperor coming up in front of this. Either this Emperor knows that they hurt somebody very dear to them. Like this Emperor, again, you have another court couple. You have the Emperor and the Empress. And I don't think this is a different person. I think these are the same people. I really think that these are the same people. It's like you guys are just matching each other's energy. And I feel like this Emperor is looking at this situation just like this King of Pence is looking at this Queen of Pence. And it's like they know that they like hurt somebody, but they also know that they're healing from something. There's a very, very strong illusionary energy here. Like something's not clear. This Empress is looking at this transformation, maybe even feeling left out in the cold. But see, the Empress doesn't feel left out in the cold. The Empress is usually not that person. So what is this Five of Pence energy? Is this just like kind of feeling like an opportunity didn't go through? I don't know. This Empress isn't looking at the Emperor. The Emperor is looking at the Empress. Just like the King of Pence is looking at the Queen of Pence, but the Queen of Pence is focused on the Pentacle. The Empress is focused on the Pentacles over here. So that's why I think this is the same couple, or the same situationship, whatever this is. I feel like this Empress is very intuitive, but is also healing from a situation. The Emperor is healing from a situation, but this Emperor also knows that they may or may not have hurt this Empress, but I don't see a lot of pain with this Empress. Like I see the Five of Pence with the Death card, but I see this more as transformation. But it's almost like, why would the Empress have the Five of Pence though? But it makes sense with the Queen of Pence and the Four of Cups over here. It's kind of like feeling like ignored. And with this Page of Swords, it's like ready to kind of like throw a sword at somebody. Like you're keeping your distance. And so I feel like the Empress, you might be just keeping your distance with this Five of Pence. Like you're really like putting this person out in the cold. Or like this Emperor feels left out in the cold in a situation, but intuitively like they kind of know what's going on. Or like you have a strong intuition, or like your intuition is guiding you and just like, okay, like I'm just going to turn another page here. I'm just going to do this over here and not even focus on this dude or this girl because they need to kind of work out their own shit. And like this person feels it very, very strongly. And I feel like this Empress might even be like starting something new in the sense of like a project or like working towards something new. Again, more financially focused, in my opinion, with the Pentacles. This is also something that involves making a decision. Like this Empress could be just starting a new project, starting a new life path, or like a new career path or something. Like, I don't know what that's about, but this is also like very like, I'm going to put myself first. Like the Empress always puts herself first. It's the Empress. You know, this is somebody who takes care of the home, knows how to ground a home, knows how to be nurturing, knows how to be all the queens, like it has mastered all of those energies, like is the master of those energies. It's the embodiment of those energies. It's the divine feminine, you know, like the Emperor, the divine masculine, whatever it is you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's two people matching each other 100%. But there's like I don't want to say a game, but it's like a game. It is literally like a game. Back and forth, back and forth. You're not like cold towards this person though. I don't see like the Queen of Swords type of energy anywhere. You're not cold towards this person. You just refocused your energy. Just totally refocused. But you have the Empress and the Emperor here. And it's like the Emperor knows that they kind of fucked up. But they also know that they have to heal from something. They're in the process of it. I feel like your intuition's already telling you something. Again, if the finances, like if they feel a little bit like strained right now, I don't think it's going to be like that forever. But I definitely don't know. I don't think this is feeling left out in the cold on the Empress's end. I feel like the Empress is literally like the Empress energy, the Queen of Pence energy is like, I don't want to say like, they're kind of just turning a blind eye to this person for the time being. They're just like, okay, like, if that's what you want to do, cool. I just saw 22:22 on the clock. Like, if that's what you want to do, cool. But again, you're not harsh about it. You really aren't harsh about it. I don't see that at all. It's very understanding, very nurturing. I'm surprised that the Queen of Cups isn't out, to be completely honest. This is like very grounded energy, especially with the Empress and the Queen of Pence. It's a very strong, grounded energy. So this actually, like, this looks like a mess, but it's kind of, I don't think it's bad. You know, I just think that this is going to be a process. Well, there's the Queen of Swords, but I don't feel so in the sense of like cutthroat. I feel like the Queen of Swords more so in the way of ready to approach a conversation and have clarity and have precise like accuracy with what they're trying to say. Because the Queen of Swords knows how to communicate, knows how to speak, and also knows how to not take shit. And this is also coming from a point of like wanting to be approached in the sense of a conversation. So the Queen of Swords is open for a conversation, open to communicate. And then you have the Queen of Wands. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Ace of Wands. Somebody had to make a decision. 100%. They need to make a decision. There is a storyline coming out here that, again, I see two things, which I'm going to touch base on. So remember, it's two different things here. So not everything's going to resonate. This is a general reading. So energies kind of come in and out. So there is an energy here of somebody might have had to make a decision between an air sign and a fire sign. So somebody was kind of like, you know, but they're kind of being pushed to make a decision here with the Six of Pence and the Two of Pence. It's like a person giving to two people. And then it's like the Ace of Wands. So that's like very sexual energy. And then we have the Ten of Swords, the High Priestess, the Tower card, the Nine of Pentacles, the Star card, the Three of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune at the bottom of the deck. So I do see a shift of focus of somebody choosing to kind of go more in an independent direction and wanting to be single and confident at that, because you're at the Nine of Pentacles. Like, you really didn't take a hit on that, you know, like you're at the Nine of Pentacles. So whatever foundation this is, like whatever abrupt change this is, I feel like intuitively you already kind of know. Like, you would already be aware of this intuitively. You would already kind of see it coming. If you're dealing with multiple people in a situation, I feel like intuitively you would already know. Now, I do get the sense here, because I am going to shuffle again, so I'm going to pull these back here. There was an ending in the past, but I feel like somebody, again, had to kind of make a decision and get over something, because with these pairs under here, the Emperor and the Empress, the King and the Queen of Pentacles, this pairing with the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Wands, with the Two of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles, this is almost like a fear tactic. So I don't know like why I'm picking up on that energy, but it's almost kind of like, I don't know if if like fears are kind of in somebody's mind. I know it's not the Nine of Swords, but I'm picking up on that kind of like, but I feel like you're dealing with somebody who's coming in softer in their approach, and it's somebody who needed to make a decision. So you have the World card and Temperance. So something could have ended for something to begin. There was a completion of something here with the Tower. Something completely ended. The foundation of something completely ended. Could be connected with a fire sign. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, like some foundation could have ended. There's some type of healing with an air sign. I do see that here. After a cycle was complete, it's like there's something with this air energy here. But back to the original storyline, I do feel like this is a softer approach with the situation. This is something being balanced out with the Ten of Pentacles in between it. It's like confusing ass energy, where it's like it looks bad, but it's good, but it looks bad, but it's good, but it looks bad, but it's good. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's really like how it feels. It's like very intense. I'm just like, okay, can we get a definitive direction? Is it positive, or is it a little bit heavier today? Like, what's going on? Like, is the energy a little bit heavier, or is it going to be lighter? What is this? But I feel like there's time been invested in the situation. You're dealing with the Emperor and the Empress. I don't necessarily think that there's a third party situation. I do kind of see that energy where somebody could have been giving to multiple people in the past, where maybe they were connected with a fire sign from their past or an air sign from their past, whatever it might be. I do feel like there is a decision that is being made, and something is going to ultimately be balanced out between a true connection. Now, it looks more like it's on the air end of things with the way that the cards fell. But again, take it as you will. It could just be somebody being in that air energy. Doesn't necessarily mean that they're an air sign. We have the Ten of Wands here. So this is something that is weighing very heavily on somebody, especially with the Ten of Pentacles. This is a foundation. This is something ending and then something being built. It's like you go from the completion and like demolish of something to the rebuilding of something like quickly, or somebody's like stressed out. Like the Ten of Wands, that's a heavy energy here. But see, if the Three of Swords reversed here, the Page of Pentacles, the Judgment card, and then the Three of Wands with the Hermit, somebody did a lot of soul searching from a distance, and they are looking, I mean, they are really observing what makes them happy in a foundation. What do they want to invest in? This is somebody like looking from a distance, making a judgment call. Somebody is stressed out about something, and it has to do with building a foundation after something was just like obliterated. Like, I don't know if they just got out of something or if there was an ending to a situation and then boom, there's somebody new steps in. But somebody's stressed out over like the time or like how long something's taking or like the process that something's taken, because with temperance in the world, it's kind of like this is a heavy burden that's weighing on somebody, stressing somebody out. They need to let it go. With the 10 of Wands, the 10 of Wands, you gotta let that go. You're like overdoing, like the stress is over the tipping point here, and it might have to do with an offer. But again, with this Page of Cups, it's like I want to make an offer, but I'm gonna sit back and just kind of watch and observe. And like I want to make an offer and I want to reach out to you, but I don't know if I quite have the confidence to do so, or I might just kind of like shyly message you a little bit. And then here's the Page of Pence. And it's like, okay, here's a little bit of an offer. Here's the start of something, maybe more grounded, maybe emotional grounding even. You could have a judgment call between a water sign and an earth sign, where again, it's just the Page of Cups, Page of Pentacles. But again, you have the Empress and the Emperor out, and you have the King and the Queen of Pence. Then you have the Page of Cups and the Page of Pentacles. So I don't know if you guys are mirroring energies. Like if one comes in one way, the other comes in the other way. But it's like one of you is more emotional and then the other one is more material. One is more practical. One is more creative and like artistic or eccentric or, you know, whatever it might be. There's a difference between the two of you, but there's also a lot of similarities. This could be a same-sex connection where you could have two feminines, and it's like one's embodying the feminine, one's embodying the masculine. And then somebody steps into that true like divine masculine energy and like kind of takes approach to a situation. But again, I feel like there's a softer approach here because I don't feel the Queen of Swords being very like I don't feel the Queen of Swords being very like negative. You know, I feel the Queen of Swords being very diplomatic, very conversation oriented, like very much well open to having a conversation. And then this fire sign energy is just kind of like wanting to come in very passionate and very energetic and also very grounded in their emotions, maybe a little bit more. But you do have a strong presence of divine masculine, divine feminine. So again, I wouldn't pay too much attention to what's on the cards as much as the energy. As you have an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, Emperor energy, Empress energy, Taurus, Aries, Taurus again. Very strong practical energy. Somebody had to heal from a situation. But it's like something that isn't very clear right now. And I don't think it's going to be until like whatever's going on in space kind of slows down a little bit, to be completely honest. I feel like that's kind of what's causing this confusing energy here. Because again, it's pretty confusing. I'm like, okay. So many things remind me of you. This person definitely is thinking about this connection, like everything, like, I don't know, they're seeing like heavy signs, like heavy signs everywhere. With where they work, with where they're driving, they see something, they hear something on the radio. I lost myself for a little while. You could have had to take distance from this person because there was healing involved. I regret lying to you. Again, healing might have been involved. I left when I saw you with somebody. That could have been you. That could have been them. I left when I saw you with someone doesn't necessarily mean, in my personal opinion, it doesn't necessarily mean like I left when I saw you with someone in the physical. It's more so like, I don't know, maybe they were giving to other people, they were entertaining other people, they were, talking to other people online, they still maybe had a dating profile. Maybe they are active on social media and it's like they kind of entertain a lot of different people. And so it's like you're aware of that. And that's kind of like why maybe you backed off in a certain sense, or vice versa. This person might have lied to you or not told you the complete truth when it comes down to a circumstance. Maybe that had to do with their past. I lost myself for a little while. This person definitely had some healing that needed to take place, especially with temperance here. This has been some time now that's been kind of coming, like this has been some time. So many things remind me of you. Again, they can't stop thinking about you. I'm not even going to sing. I'm really not. You speak to me through music. Okay, funny. Ironic. You speak to me through music. I see you. That's funny. Pay attention to music. Like, pay attention to songs or like lyrics that stand out to you, or if like you have a thought during the day and then all of a sudden you start thinking about a song, pay attention to what it is that you're singing, because that might have a connection, that might have a message for you as much as it does for them. So music, they hear things through music, like they hear messages that they probably are like, that feels like it's from them, or an intuitive message, or they see signs, like, or they hear a song and it's like, wow, it's a song that you showed them, or vice versa, all these little things. But it's a time for somebody to heal now. Somebody's making the decision to kind of free themselves from a situation and focus on their healing. And this other person's just kind of like, they either are like, hey, I understand. I understand with this 5 of Pence and death card. It's like a transformation over here. And it's like this Empress is like, you know what? I'm going to go in this direction. And I think that this Emperor is kind of like, I understand. Maybe they recognize something now. Maybe they see something clearly. Maybe. Hopefully. So I feel like you already know what to do. Like, I feel like I don't even need to pull you an advice card because you already know. You're already in the process of doing it. I don't even think you need advice, honestly. Like, you have the Empress, you have the Queen of Pence, like, you're good to go, honestly. Like, you have the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Swords out, like, it's a very strong feminine energy. Like, you're good to go. I don't think I need to give any advice on that. So, this was Leo. Yes. So, what do we got now? Sagittarius? Yeah. Oh, itchy crown. Some crown chakra stuff might be going on for you guys, Leo. Or Sagittarius. I don't know. The energy just kind of flows, honestly. So let's move to Sagittarius. Alright, now I'm going to shuffle my cards. So I'm seeing the number 27, Sagittarius, 27. Oh my gosh, I just looked up on my screen and I have 2 likes and 7 people in here. At least it says that on my screen. So it's 27 but backwards. So 27 or 72 might be prominent for you, or it might be like a number for you. Again, this might take me a second just so I can get a good shuffle. And some of these decks here before I get started. So I feel like somebody's about to give birth. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like somebody is about to physically give birth. I feel like July is very significant. Oh my goodness, my cards. Wow. What is this? What's going on here? What is going on? I don't like that. Okay. I feel like, I don't know, maybe you're starting something new. Maybe you're going after a new idea. Maybe somebody around you, somebody in your family, one of your friends, maybe you know somebody who is pregnant, is going to give birth. I'm saying September. I'm saying July. I'm saying October 30th. Stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. Sagittarius, stay optimistic. This could be the one. Okay, so you've already met the romantic partner that you seek. Stay optimistic. What's going on? I feel like you're in a connection. I feel like you're content. I feel like you're chilling. Why do you need to stay optimistic? Pay attention to the red flags. Are you seeing something that doesn't make sense to you? Are you unsure of a situation? Or is it just kind of like past thoughts or past experiences impacting a certain connection? Wedding card here. Do you feel like somebody's deceiving you? Keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. Playfulness. To recapture your romance, allow your inner youthful spirit to shine. Yes, this is your soulmate. Your love life is being influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. Release your ex. I don't know if you're seeing something with somebody where it's like you're just like looking at something and you're like unsure. Like you're like, I don't know about this. Like you're seeing something, you're seeing like synchronicities or signs, or like the universe is trying to talk to you, source is trying to talk to you, they're trying to show you something. I don't know if you see like numbers or like random things. Like, I don't know if you see a specific flower all the time or like a specific bird all the time, or like a, what is this that I'm seeing here? What kind of flower is that? Is that like a lily? Looks like a lily. It's like you want to retreat from something. You don't want to see something. You don't want to pay attention to something. But this could be the one. Stay optimistic. Keep an open mind with the wedding card and playfulness. Wedding isn't always necessarily a bad thing. It's just like I always get like weird vibes off this card just because of the way that the pictures kind of depict it. Now, granted, this could actually be a marriage where it's like, you know, you're going to meet somebody, or the person who you are involved with right now it's going to lead to marriage. And so you're seeing the signs of it, but it might be kind of like freaking you out a little bit. Or it might be kind of like, I don't know if like, I don't know how to put it in the words, where it's like you do that, like people do that thing where it's like something's too good to be true. And so then they look for like all the flaws in something to like talk themselves out of it, because it's like they don't want to believe, or like they don't want to allow themselves to like receive the type of love that they deserve. And so it's like self-sabotaging in a way. You could be dealing with somebody who might be self-sabotaging a little bit because it's like, holy shit, like this is a connection, trust a situation. There might be some major differences between you with religious factors here. You guys could have different beliefs. You guys could have different ways of just living your lives, just major differences in personalities or whatever it is, you know, it's just a major contrast. And it's like you're kind of like unsure about it because it's like this might be completely different than what you're used to. And you're like, this is new territory for me. This is new territory. I don't know if I can trust it, but they're asking you to keep an open mind because your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. So they're saying just be open to maybe the process, be open to maybe the experiences, be open to maybe the just being present and just allowing, or just saying, hey, like, I have no expectations. I don't know. I don't know if that makes sense, but I'm gonna pull some cards. I have no expectations. I don't know. You could be talking to people about this connection, and it's like the people around you are like reassuring you, like, no, this is a good thing. This is healthy. Or like, and you're just like, I don't know. Or it could be vice versa. You could be doubting it, you know? It could be the polar opposite here, because again, you're dealing with two extremes. So holding back, 4 of Pentacles, maybe just focused on finances, focused on saving money, needing to pull back on spending, needing to, again, stay optimistic about your love life. Maybe you've been withdrawn a little bit, not willing to kind of give, or maybe haven't been giving a whole lot, not wanting to give, just kind of like, I'm comfortable. Don't disrupt my comfort. Here's the Justice card with the 8 of Cups. So somebody's walking to their happy after a time period of maybe just focusing on balancing out their finances. That energy is like really strong right now. The Ace of Pentacles, like walking directly towards, like the 8 of Cups goes towards emotional fulfillment. So somebody's walking away from something that, yeah, it was like, okay, this is cool. But again, it's not the 10 of Cups. It's not the 2 of Cups. It's not the Ace of Cups. Yeah, it's the 8 of Cups. You're like, all right, yeah, this is cool. But like, I feel like I'm missing something. Or I feel like something's just, you know, not here or whatever. And so they're saying, like, keep an open mind, because right around the corner here's the Ace of Pentacles. And so this is something that's very grounded, something that can lead to an opportunity, but there's a decision that needs to be made here with the Justice card as well. There's a decision that needs to be made. And I don't usually get a decision off of Justice, but it's almost like you're being asked to make a decision about something. Like you're being called to make a decision about something. We have the 6 of Swords, so wanting to move forward from something, wanting to move in a positive direction. The 6 of Swords is a positive card. It's, you know, seeing hope in the future with a scenario. And so then we have the 9 of Pentacles, stepping into confidence, being confident here with the Ace of Pentacles, like a new opportunity. It's like just embracing, just going from the 4 of Pentacles, feeling like you have to restrict or maybe hold back, to feeling like you have abundance, feeling like you're comfortable, feeling like you can be confident and successful. And then here we have the Judgment card, again, over Justice, a decision that I feel like you're being called to make. And it might have to do with a passion. I'm hearing with a purpose. So I don't know what that is. We have the King of Cups at the bottom of the deck with the 9 of Swords and the 7 of Pentacles and the Hangman. Strong Pisces energy, also strong Aquarius energy with the Page of Swords, with the 10 of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles. So, with the Fool card, might I add. So this King of Cups definitely is somebody who is very grounded in their emotions, like only makes investments in emotionally mature connections, but is this person's very like up and down, but they're very grounded, mind you. This person's very grounded, whoever this masculine King of Cups is, whoever's in this masculine, you know, stays awake, thinking, racing thoughts, restlessness, but they keep their composure. Like, I don't even think you would know that this person even has anxiety. But this person's very patient and also very willing to invest time. And somebody's seeing something from a different perspective. And this could be somebody at a distance where it's like they're being enlightened to a situation, where they're realizing that like patience pays off or something. Again, Knight of Pentacles, very slow moving energy, but very consistent, very reliable, and very like committed. And that's so crazy because, okay, I was like pulling these cards here, reading through. The Empress was peeping out behind the Fool. And here we have the Emperor at the bottom of the deck. So again, we have an Emperor and an Empress that are coming through in this scenario. Where, again, I feel like this Emperor is slow and steady. But it's like they see it, they recognize it. But again, they're very guarded in their approach. They have a wall up, like a big wall, or they've been through a lot of shit, and so they're still kind of healing from something, and so that's why the energy needs to be slow, because this person is still healing. This person is still learning how to let their guard down. They're at the 9 of Wands. They're almost at the 10 of Wands. This is somebody who's very stressed out, and it could have to do with like just things that they've been through, or it could be related to work. But this is somebody who needs to learn how to kind of like let some of that go before it overwhelms them. And with the Ace of Cups here, I feel like this is going to help because it's like the Emperor is looking right at this Ace of Cups. And it's like, here they have a whole suit of armor on with the 9 of Pentacles. And I almost kind of feel like a Dark Night of the Soul here, but not necessarily like a full-blown like Dark Night of the Soul. This is kind of like a transformation for like this Emperor where they're like, okay, like maybe I can't do things my way. Like maybe my way isn't always the best way. Maybe I don't need to learn things the hard way. Maybe it is better for me to be grounded in my emotions because this is how I feel when I'm not grounded. Maybe it was a lesson in patience. Whatever the case might be. And again, this could be vice versa. So always keep that in mind and, kind of think about things when approaching any type of reading because energy is fluid. So somebody's making a judgment call. But with the 6 of Swords here in the middle, it's overall very positive. The 10 of Cups, yeah, it's very positive. Like somebody wants to take action. They want to move forward from a situation and they want to be successful at it because they feel like they can make a decision. So this is going to like, you need to have either patience with somebody or somebody needs to have patience with you. Or it could be a little bit of both. Like you need to have patience with each other or like there's an emphasis with time. I don't know why that's such an emphasis, Sagittarius. Like, what is this? Like time. Like, I don't know. Is it quick energy? Is it like wanting to kind of just go into things? But they're saying like slow down a little bit. Like somebody needs to slow down a little bit. But with this 4 of Pence here, I feel like somebody is already slowing down or it has like pulled back. Has pulled back in some direction. But again, it's positive with the 6 of Swords. Somebody sees emotional happiness and emotional fulfillment. It's just the way that it's unfolding. You just got to have trust because there's something going on. Justice came out again. This is Justice, the Hermit, the 6 of Pence. This is Libra energy, pretty strong. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Virgo, emphasized. This is like giving to something. The Hierophant. This could be about a commitment, soul searching, what to invest in. This is justice in a scenario. This is emotional fulfillment, going towards what makes them happy, committing to what makes them happy. Actually, taking a leap of faith with a Fool here, going after what makes them happy. Wanting to come out of the cold with the Queen of Cups here, having truth and clarity, being stressed out about a situation, wanting to spark that energy again. With the Queen of Pence here, having a transformation, wanting to conversate. 6 of Swords at the top of the deck here. With the 3 of Cups, somebody wants to move towards some type of a reconciliation here. With the King of Cups, like they want to have a mature, emotionally grounded conversation. With the 5 of Cups and the Empress, it's like they value you. They value your opinion. They value your perspective. They value and respect you. And they feel like they missed out on an opportunity or they feel like they didn't see something when it was being offered. And I feel like your intuition already knows, and I feel like your intuitions are also telling you that this person is focused on finances or is building some type of a foundation, or your intuition is already telling you that there's something valuable in this connection. Like you already have some type of an inkling. You're already aware of it. The Empress is so intuitive, especially with the Queen of Cups here. But I feel like you turned and kind of like, I don't want to say like shunned, quote unquote, but it's like you really just kind of shifted the gear and kind of like put your blinder on when it came to somebody else. And you're like, you know what? I'm just going to kind of refocus my energy. I'm not going to, I'm not going to partake in lower vibrational stuff. I'm going to focus on my stuff. I'm going to do me, and I'm just going to kind of give you the cold shoulder. That's what I'm looking for, is the cold shoulder. Not so much like shunned, but like, because that's like kind of intense. But this person might feel that way. Like they might feel it that intensely, where they're like, oh, they shouldn't be. They're not talking to me. But in reality, it's kind of like, yeah, I just didn't really like how you were treating me. I'm the Empress. Like, I'm a prize, like, like I'm the Empress, like treat me right type of deal. Like you could have just given somebody the cold shoulder because you're like, you know what, I'm not putting up with the way that you're treating me. I don't like the way that you treat me. So tough shit. So until you learn how to treat me better, this is what you get. But you're not being cold about it. You're being extremely grounded and extremely like in your power about it. And I think that person like respects that very deeply, because they realize kind of like what happened or like what their actions have caused. But this person respects you. Music, so you guys could have a strong connection through music. I feel you, even though we are apart, you could be at a distance from this person. Again, there's kind of like a cold shoulder type of energy here, where it's like you're like, you know what, I care about you, I respect you, but I need to just kind of shift gears here. I want to be more than friends. So again, this person has a very strong urge to, like they feel, it's like this could be the one. Stay optimistic. Like they're hoping that they can recapture this. They're hoping that I replay our conversations over and over. I don't know. You're dealing with somebody who had to do a lot of deep reflection on the circumstance, on the situation. This is somebody who definitely has feelings that they're not totally expressing. I saw 57:57 on the clock. Again, this person isn't fully expressing how they feel. They're probably very restricted in their communication, probably not even communicating at all, to be completely honest. I don't think this person's even communicating. I feel like they're battling themselves on whether or not they want to reach out, because I feel like there's a little bit of an intimidation thing, especially because they're not coming out as the Emperor right now. They're coming out as like the King of Cups. The Emperor energy is here. They are starting to embody it, but I feel like there is a type of an energy here that is a little bit maybe intimidated by like your power, like your divine feminine, powerful, it is what it is, right? Divine feminine power, just like divine masculine power, is very powerful. Like stepping into that is very powerful. So I feel like that person sees you in that light where they're like, wow, like this person is just like enamored is the word that comes to me. Like I feel like they like watch you and they're just like kind of inspired by you. I feel like you kind of like lead a little bit, like I feel like you lead and you don't even know it, but it's just your being, your ability to be. I will wait for a sign from you. I'm starting to understand our connection, and I wish I could share my good news with you. I wonder if you were happy without me. Again, this is somebody who you could be at a distance from. This is somebody who definitely wants to communicate, definitely wants to reach out, but I don't feel like they're doing it just yet. I feel like there is going to be like a push forward, but there's a deep connection to music. Somebody looks for signs in certain things. Like, I don't know if on social media you like repost music or whatever, Like this person like might even like look up the lyrics to like whatever it is that you post about and like read the lyrics, because it's like they know like that deeply that there's a connection there. Or they just listen to the song, whatever it is. They like they pay attention to that stuff. They watch like what it is that you post because they they feel connected. I feel you even though we are apart. So they could be like subliminal messages in that area, right? So I will wait for a sign from you. I'm starting to understand our connection. Pay attention to the red flags. Again, there was kind of that avoidant energy earlier. Somebody is starting to see something for what it is. They're starting to see something for the connection that it is, or at least acknowledging it, the beginning of it. And this is somebody who wishes that they could like share their good news with you. So they could have a business, or they could just be like really focused on work, and they could have things that are going on where they used to like share stuff with you, or like you might have like provided a space for them to like share things in, and they might not have that. And so they like miss it. And they're like, wow, like this person used to like talk to me about this and like used to encourage me to do this. And I miss those communications. I miss those conversations. Like they miss the space that you held for them when it comes to them just expressing like their everyday life. And that's actually a pretty big deal, like believe it or not. Like when you can hold space for somebody to just like express how their day went, like a little bit goes a long way for some people. And you know, others pay attention to it more than others. But still, like it's little things like that 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 person might be paying attention to, where it's like you provided all those things, maybe even unknowingly. And because you were that way with them, they were just like, wow, I've never had somebody be that compassionate with me, or that understanding with me, or that open with me, or that nobody held space for me like that. And so this person like didn't know what to do with it, and they're like they're just like, oh, and they just fumble it because they're like, nobody's ever done it before, or nobody's ever given that or shown that to them. You know, there could be some type of a dynamic like that going on. So I mean, that's really like the messages that I'm getting here. I mean, that was pretty like to the point. So this person has deep connections. Like they have deep emotions for you. Like there's something very deep. Like the Queen of Cups is very intuitive. It's very deep. It's very emotional. Like there's a lot of love. And that's kind of like what you need to know is like this Queen of Cups energy is here. So this is Page of Pentacles with the Eight of Wands. Somebody might reach out. They might make an offer here, where they have deep emotional connections. Six of Cups at the bottom of the deck here with strength. This is taking a lot for somebody to kind of come forward with. So I don't know if you're going to get a message or an offer, and it's going to be kind of like small, like a little bit like, here's a subtle little gesture. But to them, it's kind of like it took a lot for them to get to that point. So I don't know if you're just dealing with somebody who is hesitant to really come in and really express how they truly feel. And because of that, you're just kind of maybe getting what seems like breadcrumbs, or can be mistaken as breadcrumbs. But I don't necessarily think that you're dealing with anybody who has like ill intent. I feel like you're dealing with somebody who has good intent, but it's just they have some shit they got to work through. Or there's a lot of shit that they might need to work through. And it's just kind of like the beginning of it, or they just started it maybe like recently in the last like 6 months to like a year. And so there's just going to be like patience that's needed with whatever this connection is. But I also feel like there's some type of an insight coming in too. But there's a very strong connection here. Leo's very present in this reading as well. But somebody feels very deeply, and it's like they might come in and make an offer. It's going to be very, I don't think it's going to be very like big. I think it more so might even just be a conversation, like a small conversation. But somebody feels very strongly connected. Like they have a lot of memories, or they think a lot, or they like remember a lot about like the times that you guys spent together, or the times you guys hung out together. Like they're thinking about it, and it's taking, like they have strength here. So whenever strength comes out, that tells me that like the Devil card has been present. And earlier when I did readings, the Devil card actually did come out. So with energy, it kind of flows. So with strength here, this is somebody overcoming something and also having the strength to do it. So it's like overcoming a situation from their past and also being able to like emotionally ground maybe themselves enough to approach something, enough to reach out and have a conversation, maybe even travel. There's like this person could even come and see you. Oh, I'm so glad it resonates, Catherine. You're so welcome. Yeah, I just, you might not see it, like you might not see it yet. And that's okay because, it takes time to kind of unfold. Things need to, sometimes happen before something can take place. But this person's very concerned with whether or not you're happy without them. And I feel like, honestly, like fear is almost a motivator for this person because they fear of like missing out on something. But they also have like a fear of acknowledging like what a connection really is, or like how deep something is. But see, with the I'm starting to understand our connection, it's like that this person's recognizing it now. And they're like, okay, like I'm starting to see this. I'm starting to see what this is. And maybe this person's just kind of like, I hope that this person can forgive me. I hope that they, they're not going to move on without me type of deal. Like, you might get a message and this person might like ask you, like, how are you doing? Or, like, how's this, how's that? And it's like they're kind of like poking around to see if like, if you'll be like vulnerable with them to be like, oh, I miss you, or blah, blah, blah. But it's like, I see you just being like, yeah, I'm good. Like, yeah, I'm good. I'm happy. I'm content. I'm enjoying my life, going on a hike, whatever it is, going shopping, doing this, doing that, taking class. And this person's like, oh. Like, I shouldn't laugh at it, but I'm just kind of like, I'm sorry. The way that it's being presented to me is really funny. And I'm not even going to, like, even try to hold back my laughter with it. But I don't know. You might be dealing with somebody who's a little bit dramatic. Not in a bad way. Maybe a more theatrical way where it's like humorous, But I don't think it's something that you need to worry about. Like, I wonder if you're happy without me. I don't know. This person might just like, I see some ego here. Somebody's ego got in their way. Their ego kind of like definitely got in their way. Like, how are you doing? Are you happy? Like, yeah, I'm chilling. Oh, she's happy without me. She hates me, or he hates me. Yeah, they don't want to talk to me anymore. That's why they're not texting me anymore, because they found somebody new. When in reality, you're just like, working or like sleeping even. It's like, no. Like, I'm sorry, you're dealing with somebody who really deserves an award. I feel like you have good times with this person, though. That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like you guys have good energy together. So I feel like this is somebody who you can joke around with and you can laugh with. And it's somebody who you guys, like, understand different things about each other. I don't know why, like, just a very strong Leo energy is here. I'm just, like, seeing somebody, like, up on a stage. And they're just kind of, like, waiting for you to, like, acknowledge them. And it's like you're the only person sitting in the room. So, like, clearly you see them. But you're just kind of like reading a book or like reading like a script or something. And you're just like looking and you're just sitting in this chair and this person's like on a stage and they have a spotlight on them and they're just like, excuse me, like, do you not see me? And you're just like, of course I see you. I'm just not looking at you. And it's like, why are you not looking at me? Why aren't you looking at me? Like, what are you looking at? What is that? And it's like this person, like, I don't know, that they can't believe that I this like the personality type, I don't know, in a funny way. So I hope that makes sense. But again, I'm just seeing a person who just like likes to be the center of attention. Like, and if they're not the center of attention, and whatever it is, like in what they think they should be the center of attention with, is just kind of like, well, wait a minute. What do you mean I'm not the center of attention? What do you mean I'm not the focus here? What do you mean you're not watching me on stage? Like, what does that mean? Like, why would you not watch me on stage? Didn't you see my performance? Like, that's the person that you're dealing with. So, I don't know. You're dealing with somebody who, like, they have a sense of humor, that's for sure. This is somebody who you definitely get along with in that sense. But again, ego might have gotten in the way where this person's like, nope, I don't want to see it right now. I want to do it my way. And it's like, okay, well, have fun with that because now you feel like this. And like, I don't know. Like, that's kind of how it's coming out with me. So I'm like, okay. Like, okay. So that's really what I got for you guys, Sagittarius. This is an interesting read. I don't necessarily feel like this is heavy in any way. I don't feel like it's negative in any way. I feel like this is just a confusing time for a lot of people. And I feel like if you're in a connection like this, it's just things are a little bit uncertain and it's just kind of meant to be that way. But I feel like there's definitely healing that's taking place with somebody. But I feel like somebody also wants acknowledgement. And like I feel like this person like really enjoys being acknowledged in whatever way that is. But they are also kind of the archetype of person who like also doesn't really necessarily want to reciprocate or give. They just kind of want to receive. And it's like, well, I want you to text me. Okay, well, why don't you text me? Like, why can't we just text each other? No, I want you to text me. Like, you reach out to me first. But then this person is like, I don't know, they're an interesting character because they like strike me as a more dominant personality in that sense. Because they're like an action taker, right? They want to take action, they want to do this, but it's almost like, but look at me, you know, like give me attention, and you know, like compliment me, like I don't know who you're dealing with, like what is this? But they're the action taker, you know what I'm saying? So like I don't know what this is. Like, do they? Like I don't know, like they kind of play a little bit of like a round, like a merry-go-round of like a game where it's like they want attention but they don't want to give it, or they want attention when they want attention, but then it's like, you know, when you want attention they're just like MIA. Like I don't they're just like, no, I'm doing my own thing, but you better be available when I want to call you, or you better pick up my phone call, or you better answer my text. Who are you hanging out with? You know, who are you seeing other than me? Like that type of person. Like, what is that? Again, a character, obviously. But you're dealing with somebody who likes to do things on their time. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're seeing other people or they're going about, you know, doesn't necessarily mean that, but you're dealing with somebody who likes to operate on their time. What is that, Catherine? Yes, last time he texted me and said, if you're looking for attention, I'm busy. Ha ha. What? What? Like, okay, sir. What is that about? Excuse you. If you're looking for attention, I'm busy. Okay. I hope you had a good reply to that. That's nuts. But again, you're dealing with somebody again a little bit arrogant. Like I want to say arrogant, a little bit arrogant. You know, kind of displays that arrogant energy. My way or the highway. I'm gonna do things my way. Like, what the hell is this? But they want to take a new opportunity. They see an outcome. Like they see a positive outcome with the Six of Swords. They do. They see movement forward. Oh, that was your reply. Ah, I see. Oh, okay. Yes, let's say there. I said, oh my gosh, that's amazing. That is amazing. If you're looking for attention, I'm busy. Yes. Yes. Lay it down. Set those boundaries. I was gonna say, I hope he doesn't, like, I hope that you're not getting that type of text. I mean, come on now. But that is hilarious. Like, that was your reply. Good for you. Seriously, set those boundaries. Because, again, I feel like you're dealing with somebody who's very in and out. Like, very, like, you know, I want attention when I want attention, but then I'm just gonna go disappear, or I'm just gonna go somewhere else. And you're like, okay, well, the shit is this. Like, when you want attention, it's cool, but when I want attention, like, what? But I feel like this person had shit in their past. Like, I feel like there was just shit going on that they had to kind of, you know, pass judgment on and make a decision to move forward. Could have been dealing with a non-committal person or somebody who, I don't want to say non-committal, but just very, like, particular. Very particular. But there's feelings here, and somebody wants to express something, but it's just, like, timing. Like, there's something with timing here. And I don't know exactly what that is. But I feel like somebody's going to make some type of a gesture. Or, like, want to come and see you. Want to travel to come and see you. I want to talk about things. I want to go get food. I want to eat. Let's go get pizza. I don't know what that's about. Somebody could have been, like, drinking too, or somebody likes to drink. Or, like, likes a specific type of alcohol. Virgo, Leo, Cusper that lives 5 hours away. Oh, wow. 5 hours. I definitely see travel. And if not travel, communication. For sure. But, you know, 5 hours ain't bad. I know some people complain about, like, 45 minutes, but I actually like long drives. It actually sounds pretty peaceful. But I don't know, so again, with this, like, the Fool card here, I can definitely see some travel, like wanting to meet up, wanting to do something, wanting to invest in something, giving a little bit of an offer, recognizing a situation, also learning lessons from a situation. But somebody sees a positive outcome with the Six of Swords. I'm telling you, they want to come out of the dark with something. Like, they want to move forward with something. And they see a good outcome for it. They see it being successful. They see it as something that can bring them happiness, celebratory energy. But again, this is somebody who also doesn't invest in something unless they're, like, absolutely emotionally sure. So I don't necessarily see, like, the King of Cups being somebody who has, like, a like, third party. Like, I don't really see them having a third party. I see them more of just, like, wanting to have a good time. Like, they just want to have a good time. Oh, thanks, Catherine. I appreciate that. That's so nice of you. Thank you. But for all the fire signs, which I'm pretty sure I did all of them. I'm pretty sure I did Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I just did Sagittarius. I'm pretty sure I did Aries. Everybody has, like, the dynamic of the king and the queen, the emperor and the empress. So for the fire signs, like, regardless of, like, what particular energy, there's a theme going on here. And I really feel like this energy is starting to shift, which is a really positive thing, because I feel like we've been dealing with the same kind of back and forth energy for such a long time. And I feel like it's been such a process to kind of get at least movement forward in a positive area, even if it is, like, in the areas of self-worth, empowerment. But again, you have soulmate, religious factors, trust, express your love, Eight of Wands, the Hierophant, you know, the Empress, the Emperor. Like, there's definitely a connection here. Definitely a connection here. I'm picking up too, I don't know if anybody's connecting with the Scorpio energy, like, from their deep past, like, deep, deep past. Like, long time ago, Scorpio energy. Like, you guys have, like, known each other, but I don't necessarily think that communication has been on. Like, just be aware, because I feel like with a Scorpio, I feel like somebody is like, this would be somebody with like a moon in Scorpio, sun in Scorpio. And this would be like a past connection, or like maybe even like a Venus in Scorpio, even like some type of a strong placement of Scorpio. But I'm even seeing like South Node, like it could really even be South Node energy that's like shining through. And like here I am with like the burps, and like every time I start burping, it's like kind of like a confirmation. So I do apologize. I feel like with this Scorpio energy, there's like a little bit of like a spying going on, but I feel like it's energetic. Like, I feel like if you're like feeling really like tired, or like you're thinking about this person, you're just like really random. And you're like, why am I thinking about this person? Like, I haven't thought about them in forever. This person energetically is like kind of doing something. And I don't know if they're intentionally doing something, or if it's kind of more or less like, I'm going to send you energy. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if it's that, or if it's like actually somebody like trying to manipulate energy in order to kind of like spin something in their favor. But I feel like the Scorpio energy has like been around for a while, like a while. And I feel like it's somebody who, they're not on the board at all, but I feel it as like a lingering background energy. And I don't know if it's like an ex or if it's a friend, but you could have like a friend who like secretly has like really intense feelings, or like feels really deeply, and like maybe hasn't said anything, but this person is trying to like spin something in their favor, or like in their benefit. So like if you're like talking to a friend, or you're trying to like confide in somebody about something, just be aware if it's like somebody from your past and you're still in connection with them. It's like this person, like they want, like I'm getting like an energy of like somebody just wants you for themselves type of deal. And so you might have like a friend, or you might have somebody in your social circle who may or may not be a little bit possessive, in the sense of like wanting your energy all to themselves. Again, you could just have a really good friend of yours, and that person has really deep feelings for you, and they kind of want to sabotage any situation that comes your way because they have feelings for you. And this person hasn't really said anything, or they're not really saying anything, but you might feel it. Like when you hang out with them, you might feel something like a little bit awkward, or like some type of like, I don't know what this is, but it's like a past energy. I don't know if it's an ex, or if it's a friend, or if it's like a family member, but it has to be somebody who like is close enough to be like in your energy bubble, or like has been in your energy bubble, or can like tap into your energy like intuitively or energetically. But I'm kind of seeing like, I don't know, if you've been feeling drained, or like you just have like weird thoughts about this person, or like you've been just like heavily thinking about this person, just kind of pay attention to certain things. And also pay attention to like what's going on in space right now with the planets, you know, like with different astrologers who you guys trust and stuff. Like pay attention to what's going on, because all this stuff is like affecting this energy. And so I I've literally interpreted things that were very symbolic, and then when I like looked back on it, I was like, oh my gosh, that was like a giant metaphor for this. So again, I feel like there's an energy, like a past energy here, where like if you're trying to move forward in a situation, this past energy does not want you to move forward. And I don't know if it's a friend or if it's an ex, but they're not about it. Like they're you do not have that person's blessings. I can tell you that. Like this person like is very much, well, like, this is my territory, my friend, my relationship. I finally have you for myself type of deal. But again, I don't like how I said that. So take that as you want to take that. This is somebody again in the past. They're not showing up in the cards, but I feel the energy of it very, very, very strongly, where it's somebody on the outside. Could be a friend, could be an ex, could be an acquaintance even. But just be aware of that energy, because whoever this person is just doesn't want you to like move forward without them, or they don't want you to move forward and like be happy without them because they feel like they like need to be a part of it. Or like, say for example, like you have a friend and this friend has feelings for you, and it's like you're trying to move forward with somebody else because you have feelings for somebody new, and it's like this friend has feelings for you, and it's like they could be like projecting that and just kind of like trying to like manipulate energy in the sense of like things going in their favor, where it's like they might try to like, I don't know, they might message you, they might say something to you. You might see like an aspect of somebody else's personality kind of come through here, and you're like, okay, what is this about? But very scorpionic energy in the sense of like a heavier, darker sense. It's not necessarily a bad thing, it's just like heavier energy. So again, you could just be dealing with a friend who just has like unresolved feelings for you, or just has very strong feelings for you. And it's like this person's energy is just kind of creating like a little bit of a blockage, but nothing that can't be fixed, right? Like nothing that can't be cleared. It's just like you definitely might have to like set boundaries with a friend, or you might have to set boundaries with somebody because there's like a fear of like you moving forward without them. Or it's like somebody wants to express how they feel in hopes that you can like move forward with them because they want to be with you, or they want to express how they feel. But again, this is somebody on the outside who's kind of been around for a prolonged period of time, or they've been in your energy for a prolonged period of time. I feel like the person on the board is a new connection, and I feel like the energy that I'm picking up on right now is a past connection. So I hope that that makes sense, because that's like a side note that I'm being kind of pulled into now, where I'm like, oh God, like this is a whole different level of like a conversation here. But I feel like this person is kind of like, I don't know if they're kind of trying to like send you energy through sleep or like through your dreams or something, but it's like you could like have a dream about this person, you like wake up kind of confused and you're like, what was that about? It's kind of this person like trying to like send you energy, like astrally. That's the word I'm looking for. I feel like you're dealing with somebody who is naturally very intuitive. Again, with this Scorpio energy, I feel like this is somebody who knows how to work their dreams. They know how to travel in their dreams. This person has probably openly told you that you've been in their dreams before. Like this is somebody who like could be even just very subtle. Like it could just even be very subtle. It's like somebody on the outside. And I don't know who this person is on the outside, but they definitely have feelings to some degree, and they're not expressing them, or they haven't expressed them. And they don't want you to move forward with a new connection because they want to be that connection, or they think that like they are that connection or something. So be careful with that energy. I don't really know what that's about. That's an odd one. That is an odd one, you guys. So just be leery of that, just be a little bit aware of that. Other than that, I'm not really getting anything else for you guys. I really think that that's it. Just keep doing what you guys do. Focus on yourself, put yourself first, set those boundaries. Definitely stand up for yourself. Don't let somebody come in and out of your life. Set firm boundaries and be like, you know what? This is how I feel. This is what it's going to be. You want to come in my space? It's going to be by my rules. Like that's funny. It's like, you're busy doing other stuff. You don't need to. This person will come in their own time. And I feel like if anything is from the past that is kind of like lingering as like any type of like weird blockage or whatever, I don't think that it's necessarily going to last. I feel like this is going to, it's going to have to work itself out, especially with justice coming out twice. Like it's going to have to work itself out, because it needs to be addressed either way, or it will be addressed somehow. And it might just be somebody letting go. It might just be somebody moving forward and just deciding like, okay, like this person doesn't want to be with me, then so be it. and they might not ever express how they feel, but it's like the outside lingering energy you might be picking up on, and you might feel it, and you're like, what is going on? And it's just like, could be one of your friends, could be a family member. Again, it doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic partner. It's just somebody who has fear of you moving forward without them. And could be connected to feelings, could not be connected to feelings. It could be connected to like abandonment stuff, whatever it might be, kind of take it for what it is. But other than that, it seems like it's going to be pretty positive. I feel like you just got to keep doing what it is that you do, and everything will just work out the way that it's meant to. So, yeah, that's really all I got for the fire signs. That's a pretty good reading. That was a lot of energy coming through. I definitely think that if you're dealing with somebody who's taken some time out, been a little bit in and out, it's gonna work itself out. Just stay optimistic, stay positive about a circumstance, stay positive about what it is that you're doing, and about any type of romantic situation. Because when you stay positive and you stay open about things, you keep yourself open to receiving. And when you can stay open to receiving, that's when you can truly like embrace what is being presented to you. Because when you're like focused on something and you're like, just honing in too much of your energy on one thing, you kind of start to miss things that kind of go by you. And so sometimes it's good to like pay attention and just kind of take a step back and just kind of be in that Empress energy and just be receptive. Just be present in the moment and kind of just balance yourself in the process of, Mercury retrograde and whatever else is happening right now. I don't necessarily think it's going to be anything crazy. A lot of people like to, talk fear. I don't really believe in fear. I think everything is a valuable lesson and is meant for our benefit and our growth. I think that, it's nothing to be scared of. But I think that whatever resurfaces from the past is meant to be dealt with and will be handled. And I think that this is a really good time for things to be reevaluated and for things to be kind of looked over again. There's obviously a lot of strong soulmate connections coming through right now. So definitely take some time and really think about it. Like really evaluate the lessons that you've learned since a certain point, if that even makes sense. But yeah, that's really all I got for you guys. So where I am, it is pretty late here. So I'm going to probably hop off of here and I will talk to you guys maybe tomorrow morning and probably get through another element or so. But it's been fun. Thank you guys for joining this live. Thank you guys for all the comments. And Catherine, good luck with everything if you're still here. Thank you so much for your comments. And thank you all for the likes, the shares, and the subscribes. It really means the world to me. Just kind of fumbled through that. Don't mind me. Don't judge me. I sleepy. But thank you guys again for all of your support. It really means the world to me. It's really been fun coming on here live. I think this is kind of what I'm going to start doing. So I really enjoy it. Thank you guys again. I wish everybody the best. Have a great day, night, whatever it is, whatever time it is when you guys see this. I wish you all the best. Good luck with everything. I'll talk to you guys soon. Take care.